and we will enjoy that, I guess. I just realised. See, every single stream has a slightly different thing, and I haven't really set up something that's for these really. Not like this particular stream. As it's a kind of off the cuff stream, well, I've got a bit of time. I've been busy all weekend, so I've not had any time to play the game. And I did say on Friday that if I was going to play any of the games, it probably was going to be GTA, but to be fair, I didn't have even time to play GTA, so I've literally only just started playing Dune Awakening, because I thought, do you know what? I know I said GTA, but I actually fancy doing a bit of building because my weekend's been busy all weekend, and I don't fancy the intensity that GTA will effectively provide. So I thought, let's do something that's a bit more chilling, and yeah, I won't have to deal with any, well, just be less intense, and I can just carry on planning and chilling out and doing that type of stuff. So that's where we're at. Let me just bring in Twitch now and kick. We'll just give it a couple of seconds or so for people to, or for the stream to catch the connections and stuff. But we should be pretty close now. So welcome to those on Twitch and Kick. This is a vlog, whatever you want to call it. But effectively, welcome to today's stream. This is just an off the cuff type of thing. Like I was saying, today's on YouTube. So we're just going to be chilling out today. I'm going to show you a bit of where I've got up to with regards to the build. On Thursday, I did kind of like leave you guys, and I spent a while working out how I could clip the final piece into position, so that we could have a full land bridge that is fully connected from side to side. I did manage to actually do it, and we do actually have a land bridge, which is this, which goes from side to side. It didn't actually take me as long as I thought it would do. I worked out a technique that allows you to keep resetting it and using the actual save in order to be able to do this. So we are kind of like got our land bridge, and it goes from side to side, from wall to wall. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of this because it took me a while. I also said I wouldn't do any building off stream, but when I was doing that, I was just trying to work out how to do an arch, and then I kind of led me into making this before I logged off. So yeah, it's changed quite a bit since you guys seen it. And well, hi Squid, hope you're having a good day, my friend. Hope you're having a good weekend and stuff. I'm doing good, my friend. I've had a really busy weekend. I was hoping to stream during the weekend, and well, this is as kind of early as I got, literally late on Sunday evening in the UK. So, but as they say, better late than never. Oh yeah, weekends always go far too fast, my friend. I don't know why, but I think it's the fact that we enjoy them so much. And then obviously that dread of work and stuff, it just helps speed it up. So the good lasts only so long. So with the regards to the actual build where we're at, yeah, I've effectively started building what is going to be the actual main manufacturing area for this base. and I don't know exactly how I'm going to take it forward at this moment. As you can tell, I've literally just put it down in order to be able to get an idea of what kind of works, what didn't work, which is why half of this is, well, some of this is in granite. Some of it I'm actually keeping granite because I actually quite like this in a different color with the sand on it during the day. It actually looks quite cool, and then just having the black top. But the side part I won't keep. That will change to plus stone with the hardcone and stuff. But I did quite like the changing contrast colors of this, so I'll probably end up keeping that. Elder Scrolls. Oh my god, you're playing that game. I actually haven't played that game myself, to be fair. I do actually have some friends I used to play with on Age of Conan that when they got bored of Age of Conan eventually moved way after I finished playing the game. They actually went on to play that Elder Scrolls. Didn't really. Alright, so is this the new one, is it? Like, I didn't even know there was a new one, but I hope it's better than the old one, because the old one, what put me off with the old one was the graphics looked awful. Not that the gameplay could have been decent, but yeah, I looked at it and it was like, yeah, rather not. I like the more impressive graphics and immersion in the game. The remastered. Oh right. Who's the developer of Elder Scrolls? I've also, yeah, I'm aware of Skyrim, another game that I've never managed to get around to playing. Bethesda. Okay, never heard of them. Wolfenstein. Oh, I've heard of Wolfenstein. Although I've heard of Wolfenstein, but I've never actually seen it. It's just like one of those ones I've heard of. Fallout. Oh yeah, I know Fallout. Everyone knows Fallout. you haven't gamed if you haven't heard Fallout. I like the actual TV series Fallout. Have you watched the TV series of Fallout? That's pretty epic. Not played the game though. Not sure what the game would be like. I tell you a lie, I actually do. You don't like the TV series? My god. Well, what I was going to say is I like the TV series, but I don't like the game because I actually got a free copy actually a few months back. Fallout 3. And wow. I was like, yeah, I can see why they gave this out for free. Was not impressed. It wasn't what I was expecting, if I'm honest, either. New Vegas. Yeah, I like the real Vegas. Even though I haven't been there. So have you finished that other new game? Haven't you played that really popular game at the moment? I can't remember what it's called. Let me bring it up. Sure, I've got it somewhere. Yes, Arc Raiders. That was the name. It's on the tip of my tongue as a kid. God, I can't remember what the name is. Arc Raiders. Been playing it. I can imagine you would be. I think everyone who starts playing that game just won't come away from it until they've like either killed it to death or done everything they can possibly do with it. Wow, that storm's close already. It must have been literally just come from the side. It's one thing I hate about living right where I am. Yeah, I can imagine it's a great solo game, and I can imagine it being good small group. It's just that I like MMOs. I like a lot of players, and that game's like it's more PvE anyway, so it's UV's environment. But it's one of those games that I will probably play when the hype disappears, and I can just go in it and have a game of it, and just enjoy it at a slow pace. But yeah, I just wouldn't want to get it right now. Like, I've got so much things I'm going on at the moment. I don't have the time to play like a game like that because it would demand too much of my time, and I know what I'm like. Like, if the game's as good as everyone says it is, which I'm sure it is, I'll then not want to play any other game. And that's not going to be healthy for the streaming, so. Yeah. Well, I just think, if you've got the time to play it, then definitely go ahead and do it. The problem I would have myself with playing it is that I don't have the time, the spare time to play it, and not then be able to do a ton of other things that I have to do as well. And that's my issue. I think when I get into a position where I can play it, then I will. But it will have to be where I have time, and that's not happening anytime soon. So for me, it's going to be a while off before I get into that game or any other game where it's not part of the streaming stuff, because I already have a main game that I don't play that much anyway, EVE Online, and putting another game like that into the mix would be making things just even worse. So yeah, like, unless I drop one of these games that I'm currently streaming, and the nearest game that I've got to dropping is this game, Dune Awakening, because as much as I like Dune Awakening, the end game is like non-existent. so it kind of really does come down to, well, if I was to drop any of the games, it's this game. At the moment, at least. Not to say that Battlefield wouldn't become a contender down the line, because that game is also, I would say, has a limited shelf life. And I'm not too sure about how long I'm going to keep the Battlefield around for. So I probably will come up with another game at some point to replace that with. It's still not going to be Ark, because the whole point of the online streaming and all this lot is to do online games where other players can get involved and stuff like that. And while you can duo it, it's not really. It's a bit too inclusive. I want open world games, not closed games. Yeah, it was expensive, and I actually no. Did I? I didn't buy the. No, I didn't actually. I was tempted to buy the more expensive pack, and I'm glad I didn't actually, because normally when I get all the latest games I normally get the more expensive version of it. But for Battlefield, I didn't, because I wasn't 100% sure how long I was going to play it. Like, I mainly got it for the stream. I didn't really get it for my own pleasure as much. And now I like, every time I go into it, because I hardly play it, I'm such a low level. Everyone else is like high level. They've got all the decent guns, all the unlocks, and I'm there still with the crappy guns that you start off with. Like, I think the last game I managed to get up to level 20. That's like how low I am. Everyone else is like level 80 or whatever else like that, with like all sorts of things unlocked, and I'm just like, yeah, this is like ridiculous. Because every time it becomes like a one-on-one firefight, like it you know, I'm guaranteedly dead pretty much most of the time. The odd time I manage to kill the person in front of me, but very rarely. They normally kill me before I can kill them. And not because I've got a slow reaction. It's literally I put bullets into them. They put like maybe one bullet in me, and I'm dead. So it's just, it is what it is. Like, I'm not too concerned with that, but at the same time, yeah, it's like a little bit kind of annoying. I've just realised I've got zero water on me. I need to oh, it's the middle of the day as well. Crap. I have to drink some. Do you know, one thing I meant to do when I log on next, I never do remember, but I'll turn on the extra power and I'll put on one of the death stills, but I totally forgot. So I'm going to go do that now. So there's water in the base. I set it up ready, I just didn't turn it on and up because, well, I didn't want to leave the power on it because I didn't know when I was going to log back in. I was at 350. Why? Well, it's always more, isn't it? Yeah, no worries, mate. Speak to you soon, Squid. Have a nice meal and stuff, and enjoy the rest of your evening. I should be on for a few hours, so if you are back in the next few hours or so, then I'll be around. So when the evening comes, we need to go get some water. I don't want to only go back outside now because I've just remembered that the water that we've got there won't last that long outside, unfortunately. Also, I'll be going from literally plant to plant trying to keep alive. I can't be bothered doing that. It's supposed to be a chilled Sunday night. So we'll have to just wait until evening till sunset. And I'll be able to harvest some water until we get some water from the Death Still. I also need to go out as well and get some of the building blocks that we need to build some more plastone as well, which, yeah, I don't think there's actually any locally around here of the plastone. I think where's the nearest? I think the nearest actually is, oh, it's in the east corner, isn't it? Do you know what? I think it might be best if we go to the deep desert, because it'll be just easier. There's more of it in the deep desert. I might set things up so that we can go out to the deep desert. Hey, what? Anyone coming on my server must be thinking, what the hell is going on here? Like someone's built right across. Not realizing I'm literally building an epic base. Like, this thing is going to be eye-droppingly big. I'm glad that doorway was... It was not too bad to get through that doorway, because I do actually want to maybe not keep it in here, but... And I was also thinking about moving this as well. Like, I rarely was thinking, like I said, when I actually started, when I first started building here, I was actually just messing around with different types of arches, but just the arch was supposed to be like for this side. And when I was messing around with it, I started messing around for like this, which is why this is like this. Like, I was like messing around with like how I could like use these in order to make an arch. And then when I was doing that, I was just like, oh, let's just try something else. And then somehow I got from like trying to make an arch to making what I made. Which is quite funny in some ways, because that just like shows you how easily I get distracted. But yeah, I don't know. So funny. It's like typical Lou. Does it again. Supposed to be doing one thing and I completely got like sidetracked and ended up like building what will now be the actual main area where all the production stuff will go into. So all the stuff I got here and the stuff here, that will all fit in there, along with all of the tier 6 stuff as well, which is why I'm thinking about like extending it and making it much bigger, so it goes across the whole bottom, because what the area I've got at the moment is nice size for like maybe all the tier 6 stuff, but it won't leave any room for like the normal low tier fabrication stuff. So I think I probably need to like extend it, which means I'd have to recreate the end part, because I really like that end part that I made with the like the optic, like the like landing pad, only for like a at maximum like the medium ornithopter, like the carrier will never fit on it. But I think it's rarely when I was putting that together, because at first I wasn't gonna be like a ornithopter landing pad at all, but it was just like I was messing around with it, and then because I'd made that other part, I thought, oh, well, actually, this could be a landing pad if I extended it out and made 2 circle things. I did look like how ways that I could do it, but that matched in nicely, but I don't know. I don't really like it actually from the bottom, so I'm not sure if I will actually keep it. But I was looking for something that has multi-levels and it gives it a different access point. So, yeah, I might keep it, I might not. I'm not sure yet. We're in the evening now, so I should be able to go get some dew with our chief. Doesn't look like there's like much water droplets on that yet. Give it a little bit longer. I remember where there used to be a meter that showed you like what the dew level is. I wonder if it's because I'm doing it too early. Could be. I thought it was within the first like hour of the cycle, but maybe it's a bit later. Sometime soon. Maybe like I'm sure it used to just appear in the top right corner, and I did see it the other day, but I can't remember where I see it, whether I was actually in the menu or whether it just appeared. Let's go for it. If you just do like one run, then hopefully by the time like it runs out, that being like my container runs out, which will probably be about at the consumption rate that I drink it at while I'm outside building. Consider I'm doing it during the day as well, in front of the sun, and normally end up getting sunburnt or sun like out in the sun warning areas. Then I normally burn through it in about a day and a half. So like this will last probably until halfway through the next day before I'd have to do it again. But by that point, the death still should have finished, I think. I hope. Because that'll drop 45,000 and that'll be enough to last at least this stream. But I will put another one in as well, another body, once the current body finishes, and then we should have plenty for like the next stream, etc. And then I just need to remember to keep putting a body in. Hi Miria. Thanks for the follow. As long as you're not a bot. there's a lot of bots on Kick. I'm really not sure whether there's actually real people on Kick. Oh, there are. You know, I've got some water. I'll go up and get the carrier, and we'll go to the deep desert and go get some of the base material that we need for making some plastone, because we're going to need like more plastone that I'm going to be able to mine in even the buggy can hold. So yeah, we need to go get as much as we can. Because the new mega base is going to need absolutely loads of it, like tons and tons and tons. Like, I'm actually surprised. I've actually used all of the stuff that I've got for both deep desert bases, and it barely seemed to do what I was making. So, and I thought that was quite a bit, but apparently not. Like, I thought it would build a lot more than it did. So, the fact that I ran out when I did, and I was like, oh wow, that's gone fast. Way faster than I was expecting. Like, I will get a load back when I take this base down eventually, but I want quite a bit of the new mega base built before I start taking this thing apart. So glad they've changed this so that you can now literally carry things into the deep desert. Like, I can't wait for them to bring out the container, which I think it sounds like the actual patch is due to come out maybe next reset, which will be next Tuesday. So we could only be like a few days away now before the container that we've all been waiting for is finally in the game. That will be epic. I am going to move the carrier, but like, obviously I'm not going anywhere with it, so I'm literally just going to move it just because I don't want it to get in anyone else's way that's coming through. And I don't want to move it too close in either, because here there's no sandstorms, but there will be sandstorms closer to the wall. Check where we're... Maybe see where I've put the buggy. I just have to get off the fact I can see it on the HUD. No fuel. Oh my goddamn sakes. guarantee I've not got anything in this. Oh my god, I've got a load of stuff in here. Oh, that's not useful. All the stuff I've got in here as well, and I've not got the one thing I do want. Okay, we'll have to do a quick trip to go and get to go get a fuel cell. It's not all bad. There is a quick way of going back, so I'm going to use the fast travel. Well, it's not fast travel. I'm thinking GTA terms now. I'm going to go and use the taxi service to get back to Hagga Basin, because obviously my base is right next to one of those taxi services, and then I'll come back in a scout helicopter. With a battery for this. Should have enough battery to at least get to the taxi service, which is just over the Vonda over here, wasting a bit of time. Like, I would go back with the carrier, but yeah, it uses quite a lot of fuel, that thing, to fly, so it will be faster doing this. And it doesn't matter where we start anyway, because I would have had to have come all the way over here anyway in order to get, like, to do the full run, because we are literally going to be doing the whole of this area in order to get the plastone. So it makes no difference where we start. The only thing I will do is try and park this under here, just in case a storm does come, because the storm will come up to where this guy is. So we'll just make sure we're in shelter so that should the storm come, the buggy won't be getting damaged. See if I can take some of this stuff back. Like batteries. If we can get rid of all the batteries, drop them and drop all of that, so it's really just a couple of things here really that I probably wouldn't want to ditch. Just these things here. Slightly limits the full capacity. I was like thinking about bringing, like, not going back until I filled up the buggy with literally just raw plastonium, but we will, but we'll just have a few slots that won't.
Music to my ears. The Basin is a pretty big place. Could you... I never miss the... Let's move before...
So what this is, like, the main reason why I actually built here was for this exact part, so that I could literally just, whenever I needed to, be able to, like, just come back to my base. Use, like, the taxi service as a way of getting back. Like you could do anyway, but it would just be obviously more awkward if your base isn't on top of where the taxi service is. all the things I dropped, the one thing I don't want to drop was the was that, or did I? Oh, I do want to keep that. I've got a feeling I don't have one in my inventory, which I don't. Yeah, so I do want to keep that one. Okay, we should have some batteries upstairs, I think. That's empty, which is good. So I need it to be empty or else I won't be able to pick it up. If it's got stuff in it, I'll go try and zap it and it won't zap. Let's just check the top floor, see if I've got small batteries in the bottom one, but I ideally need to take a large one with me. Maybe a couple of large ones would be really good because I need plenty of energy. The thing is, when you're actually going out and you're like mining and stuff, you'll use a lot more energy than you would do otherwise. So because of that, I might just build a couple of large ones because I don't think I've got any large ones lying around anywhere, and I don't really want to take the small ones because they just won't power the buggy very well. Like you can drop a couple of those small ones into a buggy easily, so then taking like all the small ones and then using them up fairly fast. And I don't have the one thing I need to be able to make the batteries. I don't have here, and I don't want to build it in this base. It's going to be made for this base, so I'm just going to have to build it now. Let's just check I've got the materials before I go down there and have to come back. Yeah, I've got the materials, that's fine. Just I got like some materials that are actually in boxes that won't show on the building unless they've been put in one of the big boxes, but for this they are available, so it's not a problem. What is a problem I've just thought actually is I won't have enough power, will I? I put that on, I've just like basically put my power consumption way above like what I'm currently outputting. Anything when I actually have this base, I will be having the large power generators on, which will actually eat a lot of the resources, because they do actually eat a lot of resources even to make out in the deep desert, which use only half the resources to make them. But here it's obviously going to be, I still have the main resources, that being like the spice melange. The metal, I'll have to go and obviously do a hell of a lot more metal mining, but that's just generally speaking to make everything that we need to make here. I don't have enough water. I wouldn't have enough water, would I? But I can sort that out. I can also build something else I meant to build as well. So I don't have to, when I'm down here building stuff, I can just like come and get some water. Because this is all connected. This is one thing I actually do like about Dune, is the fact that if it's all considered one building, it's just like one water source. So it's like one source of truth. I can drop some from my own container that I've got in there, and that will allow me to make the batteries. So we'll just make 2 or 3. No, we'll make 2. We shouldn't need more than 2. Like, one battery should completely power up the buggy and still have half its life left. So each battery should theoretically be able to charge the buggy 4 times. I think we'll only need to charge it twice, even doing a full area wipe of like literally that area that we're actually in at the moment in Deep Desert. So I think 2 batteries is probably overkill, but I'd rather have slightly more than what I need than too little. Try and avoid the thing this time. I can't see where the worm is. Even it's aggro and it's like, I can hear it breach, but I can't see it. How the hell I was going to hit it? And then again. Could have turned a bit more aggressively. I try to avoid aggressive turns just because you lose so much momentum. guild area. How's it outrage? Once you go to the guild area, it'll sheath all my guns and stuff, so that's why I was having to come out of the area, so that it basically allowed me to get my ship recovery tool out. Oh, I noticed there was a plastone rock on the top of here, so see if we can get to that. One of however many I need. Really gone fumes. Yes, lovely. Fill up. See loads of titanium nodes around. It's always the way, isn't it? No matter what you want, you guarantee you see like tons of stuff that otherwise would be like super rare. You don't see it that often, and then the stuff that you're after, guarantee it'll be like hidden away. You don't see very much of it. Be just my luck. There is normally loads of it around here, so far I've seen like more titanium nodes. Like there's another one. More titanium nodes than anything else. Close. One thing I do find annoying with the buggy is the more the cutting tool array that's on it, is that while it does have a good circular of motion and generally has, you know, it does have some good angles that you can normally hit from with, it's also a bit over restricted. It should also be like, you should be able to have a lot more movement angle than you do, because if you get too close, you definitely cannot get it unless you're like a good couple of meters away, or you're on perfectly flat ground, and at that point you can like sometimes do it closer. But I found that like unless the ground's flat, it's so hard to judge the distance you need to be away from it, because if your buggy's at a weird angle or anything like that, it just doesn't reach. And there's other times it's like, oh yeah, like this is like, because that I could have hit the base or even below it, but then I see a storm warning on my radar. It's going past this area, that's fine. Don't think it's coming towards us. There is also, like, out here, there's a lot of scrap kind of things that look a bit like the rock from distance. tell. I don't think it is. Not quite the right shape. Like those sometimes from distance can look a bit like the same rock. From some angles at least. That might have climbed up over that, but maybe not. Force it over, but there's no point. I might just go around. By the time you mess around trying to do that. More titanium. God, why? Next time I do a titanium run, I guarantee like there'll be like tons of Blaststone and none of the titanium nodes. Well, it'll be like the same sort of reshoe that I'm seeing now with like the titanium. There'll be tons of the like of the Blaststonian nodes around, and then when it comes to titanium, there'll be like sparsely here and there. Really are like not many around today. I do need to do titanium, but I just don't need the titanium right now. And I don't want to fill up the buggy with titanium. But we will need it when we start building the tier 6 stuff. And the moon's going in. My sight's going even worse now. Like completely relying on the buggy's light. Problem is you can't like, you can only see like in front of you pretty much. Doing it. guessing that like there are some nodes about halfway down here, but I bet they're titanium. Not titanium I've seen today. They're not even titanium, they're batteries and stuff. Maybe I should have just gone to the north eastern corner. So far they were doing way more nodes there. I've seen here. That's one thing I don't like, is that when you switch back from being in the hot seat for the cutting array, it always switches the lights back off, like, or doesn't switch them back on automatically. You have to actually manually switch them back on. It's like, would it not make sense to have them on and keep them on until anyone gets out the vehicle? I don't see why they turn them off even when you're changing seats. They should keep them on until like the last person at least gets out, because obviously the buggy is meant for more than one person, so you can see like why you might want to do it when someone leaves the driving seat, because you'd assume that the person that leaves the driving seat would be the last person out the buggy. But I would have changed it so that it's, as long as there's a player in it, it stays active, and then only when the last player gets out, you power down the buggy. Normally like the evening for like doing harvesting and stuff, but not when it comes to mining. The opposite when it comes to mining, because it's like when you're mining, well, firstly because I'm doing it in a buggy, obviously I'm not too bothered about like the sun and stuff like that, because you're obviously protected by the buggy. But it's more the fact of the having to search for stuff, and like you can see right now, it's like a lot more challenging to do that when you can't see bugger all because it's so dark. Oh, there's one. I passed it. I can see one on the other side over there. That's either Plastone or it is Plastone, isn't it? I'm scared it could have been also scrap, because like I said, from the distance they can sometimes, scrap can also look like it, but that one I did see right. What that? I think it's scrap or something, but I wasn't sure if that was one then. this is pretty challenging. Not gonna lie. This area is normally really easy to just almost blast through, and you just see what you need, but it's so wide and it's so dark. I don't see that well too far away. At least the light is coming back. Can't see anything down there. I just wanted to double check and make sure there wasn't anything I'd missed. Even though we're in a buggy, which is like in a sheltered and enclosed area, you still burn through quite a bit of water. So as soon as my container ends up running out, we will have to go back. Hopefully by that point we've got a nice amount at least of blaststone. $10,000 units to be quite nice, but I'm not sure how much this buggy will hold, if I'm honest. Not of that. I've never filled up this buggy with like just blaststone, so yeah, we're not gonna get that much. Like I can drop all these things, but we're not gonna get 10,000, I don't think. Well, actually, yeah, actually maybe we will, because they're 500 per unit, aren't we? We'll have to see how much we get. So far, like the nodes have been like way more sparse than ever. Don't know why. It's do I normally like more nodes than what I've seen today? It's just like sod's law. If I was mining anything else, there'd be tons of it. Because I'm mining the blaststone, it's like, nope, we know what you're after. We'll hide all those nodes. If you need to do an awakening as well, if you have any questions, do feel free to ask in chat. I can see all chats across the different platforms. We are already streaming today on 3 platforms, so we're not on X or Facebook today, because I only do those ones for scheduled streams. This is a completely unscheduled stream. I like to keep it during the weekends, mainly because I don't know what my general commitments are. But when I get the chance, then I will, obviously, like today, put a stream up if I'm already playing. There's a node. Trying to hide around the corner. Why? Button at the breast. Stupid thing. We've already been down this way. Actually, there's one. The only reason why I was just checking here is because there's normally a couple nodes here. And sometimes it might be the node you want, like it is today. Which I'd only seen one node there at first until I went to turn around and noticed the second one hiding around the corner again. Well, we're not exactly littered with them as much as I was hoping there might be, like, way more nodes around here than there would have been in Hagga Basin, which is why I came to the Deep Desert. But we're still not doing too bad. Like, overall, there will be more in this area than there would have been if I'd gone to the high area in Hagga Basin, but disappointingly, not as many as I was hoping for. I was expecting just to come literally across tons and tons of nodes and literally farm out and fill the buggy up super fast and just be able to get back out of here. But it's not been quite that fast. The game's got ears, clearly. It knows what I want to do. Maybe I just went the wrong area. Maybe there's certain areas here that are better for it than others. It can be like that sometimes for the titanium. Titanium can be like sometimes better in certain areas than others. Some weeks you can find a massive cluster of it together, and then you go around the rest of this area and you won't see that much of it. Like today, I've just seen it absolutely everywhere. Caked in the way that I was hoping the Plastonium would have been, but it's not. Well, titanium, come to the deep desert. Well, you have to come to the deep desert for it anyway, but literally just stay on the wall. Do the wrong item. You know what, there's like some up there as well. I won't go up there because it... Well, actually I might do. No, I won't. I was going to go up there, but then I'm thinking actually no. We'll have to go up there anyway too. Oh, technically we don't have to go up there, but I will go up there because the carrier's up there anyway. But I was thinking of going up there because we could farm it from there, and by the time we finish the rest of it, it might have respawned back, but it probably won't because it's about 40 minutes for the respawn. I don't think we'll be here that much longer, if I'm honest. At the speed my water's going, I'm going through my water. I don't think I could stay out here that long, even if I wanted to. There's still suit. It wouldn't make any difference if I'm honest. Like, I do actually have a still suit, but not on me. And the still suit I had on me, well, I actually have back at the base, is empty. So it generally takes you like a few like containers full of water and about like, I'd say 6 hours of gameplay for you to actually fill up the still suit with water. That is only meant as an emergency backup. It's not really meant for you to just be able to drink out of normally. It doesn't really help either with like, well, it would do if I wore, I suppose, a whole still suit would help with the heat mitigation, but it doesn't hugely make much difference with regards to retaining the water. It's just a way of capturing water, which is, yeah, like I said, it's not as good, it's not as glorified as it is or would be as the movies make it out and stuff like that. Like in the gameplay, it doesn't help you out other than giving you an emergency water supply if you needed it, if you ran out. You rarely need just a container of water or a number of containers of water if you want to survive in the deep desert for a long period of time at least. More like a survival suit, if anything, rather than like help you survive indefinitely in the deep desert without water. Inventory is full. We need to dump some stuff, I think. Oops. Hey, what? Actually, we'll get rid of them first. Assuming I'm going to have to get out on I to do this. Just let me dump while I'm holding on. Why not? I'll do. Hey, what? That daytime went fast. Night already. Searching around in the dark. You've only got like a little bit more to search now. I think it's just like this top area where I'm kind of like above us now, up that area, which is actually quite big, but it's no more than where we've already covered. Like I'd say it's about a third of what we've already covered the area, so we should get through it in the next 15 minutes or so once we get up there. Quite easily be missing stuff right now. God, I hate the dark. I don't think we haven't missed any yet. I've seen like still plenty of like titanium nodes, strontium nodes, aluminium. Well, not yeah, it was aluminium. But there's some. There's some. I see ya. Trying to hide in the dark. Another one ahead. So just like no, that's way ahead. It's like it looked like the right shape, but it's like way further away, and it's definitely not. It's a massive rock formation. The only thing with it also being black, not very helpful. Black merges in very nicely with dark. Could be maybe an node here. Right around the corner? Nope. We've already been down there, that's where we came from. That's the kind of like pathway in between that sometimes can have the node. Which it did have a couple of nodes there, but neither of them were the ones that we're hunting. Oh, looks like one there. But it's not. We'll go around the back. I think that's one there. Very tricky in the dark. So much easier in the day. There is some like nodes on the top of there, but I don't think I can see any up there. One of every node just we've gone past there apart from the bottom after. I feel like I've lost my bearings, even though I know roughly where I am. This feels like it's somewhere else. This feels like where I normally put my base. But is it? Actually, I think it is. Yeah, it is where I'd normally put my base. That means I've gone slightly off track to where I thought I was. Must have took a different turn. Actually, no, we're not. I'll tell you what, some of these rocks always look the same. This is not where my base normally is. But that top rock there looks exactly the same formation area. The only thing with Dune is, like, obviously they're really going to make so much of this. So some parts are an exact duplication. That part looks exact, the spit of like where my base normally is down in the deep desert. The only reason why I know it's not is because that open formation here is completely different. But the area where my base goes down is exactly the same as that area. You want to go off that, that down into the deep desert. I'd have to like quickly scout back up and get my carrier if I fell down there. It's a rock, is it? I think that's like a rock next to us. Yeah, it is. Oh, basalt. That's not what I'm after. Doesn't matter. Like a cat. These vehicles, crazy. Like, I don't think I'll ever quite understand their madness in the fact that vehicles don't take damage when they fall from ridiculous heights. The very first time I ever fell from like a huge cliff and hadn't realised I was on I was like on a sand bike and went off the edge of an absolutely ginormous cliff, unexpecting to be dead, and it just rolled over. Perfectly fine, no damage to the vehicle, no damage to yourself. It's just like, what? How? I'm not sure if it's like that was an oversight or whether that was that they always, you know, wanted it to be like that, but it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't sit with me right now, but I'm just aware, like, yeah, it's fine, don't worry. Don't have to worry about falling down some massive cliff. Okay, back to the helicopter. I think we've pretty much, apart from like, there is a couple of side things that I could go down, but it's dark anyway, and we've got more than enough to keep us going for now with the build. So I'll have to build the large ore refiner, and then we should be able to get some of the plastone into production. I could put it into the medium one, but it's just obviously way more efficient to do in the large one. Where is my carrier? It's not even on the map. It's near the entrance. So it should be, oh yeah, it's there. I don't know why it doesn't show on the HUD. Normally, like, your vehicles always show on the HUD. Maybe it's because we're in the deep desert, so after a certain distance it doesn't show. Hagga Basin, it doesn't matter where you are. You'll always see your vehicles or anything you've got. If it wasn't for the fact there's a node at the top of this, I would have actually just got out and clawed up and just picked up the carrier, but as there is actually a node up here, I'll drive. Get that last node. Full? What do you mean a full? Okay, well, maybe not get the last node. Why is my vehicle on fire? Oh, the engine and wheels might be a bit toasty. Right. I don't actually have any of the welding stuff with me or repair stuff, so I'll have to wait until we get back. Like smoke trails. Well, we should have enough to make a good start on this, I think. Let's use the fuel cells to fuel this up. Used up both of them. I'm not surprised actually, to be fair, there wasn't much. There would have being only like a little bit left in the other one, and yeah, that a large one will only half fill like an empty carrier anyway, so they drink that much fuel. Hence why I went back in the scout one I got there before, just because those carriers, while they are great for moving stuff around, they are not efficient to actually really use, other than for the purposes of what they are meant for, and that's carrying stuff. Let's chuck another body in this, and we'll get some more water on the go. Got plenty of water now in the base, which is nice. One thing I need to check before I go back down is, do I have the stuff to build the refiner? Not yet. What do I need? So far I need some more the platinum ingots. I need to put some more of those in circulation in the spice melange. So if I go to here, work out which vehicle the stuff's in, move that into here. That'll make it available for building. In there as well. That should allow us to build it now. Yep. Okay, let's go and whack this down. I'm probably not, I'm going to place it down, but I'm probably not going to keep it where I'm going to put it right this second, only because I was messing around with it when I built this, like started building this, and I really wasn't happy with placing it. At the moment, the problem I've got is like these little stony things here at the moment stop me placing it down here, and this is probably where I do want to put it, but yeah, probably what I'm going to need to do is raise the floor level a little bit, a bit like what I've done there. But the thing is because I've done that, and I did that because also there's a little stone in the way. So, but then I thought also I could use it for storage and put loads of these little storage things at the bottom. So this could be then like a little storage area below what's going to be the spice refiner. But having another raised area here so close to that is going to look really strange. So I'm trying to think of how to do it, which is also one of the reasons why I want to extend this right all the way out here, because then potentially if I move it all out here, then I'll have got much more room, and I could actually probably fit it here where at the moment the door is. So yeah, I'm playing with a number of different things in my head at the moment. I think I just need to place it down just so I can start getting things going for building stuff. I need to turn that off. Should have enough power then. Probably do need to, at some stage soon as well, put down a large power supply. At the moment we're still running off obviously my, like when I want to mothball the base, or at least like not be in the game and stuff like that, then I'll turn off the additional power supplies and stuff like that. But obviously while I'm in the game, I do want to have a power supply that I can turn on all the the main power units, and then I can turn on all these things and not have to worry about having to keep turning things on and off in order to use them. Probably should have built. Just can use this. That's how full it is though. There's the stuff for this at the moment, the basalt, which is what we need to build the plastone. this is all in the buggy, and obviously while it's in a vehicle we can't see it as a build, and it won't be available for any of the refiners and stuff like that, so you have to move it out of the vehicle and into circulation. So move this out a bit as well, in case I need to go back out later. I'll always forget to take it out if I leave it in here. And I'll curse myself again for like knowing that I should have removed it when I had the opportunity. Probably end up with about 10,000 units. Actually, nah, maybe not that much, but we'll have quite a lot, I'd say. We've already got 1,500. And it was only doing 17 cycles. So yeah, it's probably going to be about 5,000 probably, at a rough guess. I want to at least fill this in so that then I've got somewhere to store the buggy and that, and start moving some of the stuff down here. I do need to make a decision about whether I'm going to extend this, because if I am, then I do need to start doing that so that then I can move the rest of the tier 1 stuff down here as well, and then I can start demolishing that part of the base. So that's finished, and we've got 3,984. That's less than I was thinking or hoping. Now I did look, and while it looks close, I do think I should be able to build the roof. Soon see. And I do want to actually use the Atreides roof for this, purely because the Atreides have lights. Well, at least they do on the palace. So this is kind of like where, because Harkonnens don't have, or I don't have any Harkonnen like tiles that I can use that have lights built into them, because this doesn't count towards your light limitations, because each of the bit of your buildings you have a limited amount of like items that you can put down which are cast as lights, but because these are just cast as normal building roof tiles, they don't count towards your light allocation, which you have 40 maximum that you can build. Well, you do want at least a base. I don't know if that actually increases when you have extended your land claim as much as I have, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't change. But this will give us loads of light anyway, and to be fair, those other lights, even if I was to put them down, like if I was out in a deep desert, I do tend to like using the Harkonnen lights by these, but with how much I'm building here, I just wouldn't be able to do that. I do it out there because I know that I've got enough. Have we used all of them? Oh, that uses granite. Oh, I don't have that much granite. Oh. Oh, actually, we will have granite because I can change the floor tiles. That's fine. Don't worry about that. I can change the floor tiles. Forgot about that. Yeah, I'm just thinking, I've got loads of plastone. Why are you like not? But I forgot the actual main Atreides set does require plastone in the same way as Harkonnens do, but the actual palace set is actually not part of the actual real hardcode of the proper Atreides set as such. It's actually part of the highest package that of the game that you bought. So you have a normal tier of the game that you bought, which is just the standard game, and then you get the one that has all the additional bonuses and stuff like that. That's what I got, but part of that is to do with the palace set, and that's how I've got the palace set, because you get it as part of that. So if I change these anyway, I'll get a load of granite back, because yeah, they're changing these anyway, so we should do that now and we'll get the granite rather than having to go and get some granite. Because it's not the same block, it's actually a floor. Walls. Essentially, when you're building the big gateway here, this is actually sunk into the floor, and when you do that, you can't put like foundation blocks in these two positions on either side, so you have to just fill it in with stuff that kind of matches, and it looks the same, but it's just generally not the same block. It's just a different type of block. It's lighter in here, but the thing is those lights, it's like it lights up enough but not a huge amount. These like I would prefer, if I could and I had like the allocation of being able to do it, I'd prefer to put the same lights in as what I'd normally put in, which I'll show you, but obviously I won't be keeping these, and these are the honeycomb lights. Now these, when you put them in, they look really nice, but they give off a really good amount of light, and I normally put them in where all you see all the light things, so yeah, so they give off a lot of light, and when you've got a room full of these things, it really does look really good. The problem is these take up the light allocation where those don't. So yeah, it's a bit of a catch-22 really. Like if they took away the restriction you had on how many lights you could put away, it wouldn't be so bad. And actually, what is a bit weird actually is normally when you place one of these down, there should be a counter that normally shows you how many you've used and how many you got left. Unless they've moved it, I can't see where it is. It's like not shown on the screen UI, which it normally does. But there is a place where you can see how many you've got. If you go to your sub thief, which my sub thief is up obviously in the main base, in my original base, not this this new part of what we're now building for the new mega base. Just want to go check and make sure that there is still a restriction on this, because if there isn't, well, that completely changes everything. Let's go this way. And where it tells you door 24 out of 70 doors, decorations 80 out of 700, light, oh, so light does go up, but not as much as you'd like 60 is still not very many when you're building a mega base that was going to literally take up tons and tons of room. Like, I need 40 lights to fill up that space that I've got downstairs. That's not going to cut it, so I am going to have to rely on the Harkonnen, or the Atreides Palace lights from the roof. I wonder if they changed it, because I'm sure they, like, here they project way more light. Like, you can see here there's way more light, but then the actual, I suppose the roof's a lot closer to the ground here, isn't it? There, it doesn't feel like that those lights do anything at all. It feels really dark down there. Yeah, that's not lighting up the ground at all. I wonder if they've got a restriction on how far they light. That seems to light up there, but there, no. Like, I could change the floor, I guess, and bring the floor up a little bit. It would take away some issues with regards to some of those other rocks as well. But I kind of like this idea of a floor down here and a floor up here. It seems this is just within the light distance, and then as soon as you come down here, the light almost disappears, unless you look directly down. Oh, that's really weird. No light, light. I suppose we can use a couple of floating lights. Strategically placed, of course. Like, these are pretty cool. Again, these are like really effective, but they lose effectiveness the further away that they are. Now we'll just have a couple, I guess. And that does actually brighten up the room a lot, just those two. But maybe when I finish building this particular area, we have like maybe 4 in here. That won't be too bad. Like, I am going to build a lot of rooms like this, so if that's the case and these are what was going to be required for these really large rooms, and I'm probably using these lights everywhere else that I can, because I don't actually have the observer pack ones either, like, because I didn't have Twitch at the time, or at least didn't have my account connected to Twitch at the time. So I missed the very first pack that come out with when Doom came out. So I don't actually have the other lights that quite a lot of players will have, because I missed that boat. I'm hoping at some point they might bring them back, but I could be living a long time, or expecting a long time for that to happen, and may never do it. So for now, we'll have to try and rely on these and hope maybe at some point they bring out some other ones. I could only just pick that up and move it over here. That would be so useful. One thing I do want to do though is change this. So when I put that in, I just temporarily put it in because I wasn't sure how I was going to finish it, but I'm pretty sure now I want like a rounded end. At least that side, but that side probably not. Probably would look better just having it flat in like that. And then I bring that all the way down here, is my idea. Then extend all the stuff all the way out here. Whether I keep that part where it is, like I might do that. Let's demolish some of this. If I demolish this, it's going to take this out, but that's fine because I've got that block there. As long as that block there doesn't move, that's my save block. Let's just take that out for now. I'll take that out, that's fine. I just had to put one supporting block there because when I couldn't place the final block down because that won't support this even though it all locks together, because effectively that's got to its maximum build limit. So as soon as this block gets taken out, it will destroy that middle block. One next to it just in case I by mistake destroy that. Because if I do, it'll take me a long time to rebuild or re-find that exact position that everything off that. Like that's literally a save block. That actually no, this whole build's off a save, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's fine, don't worry about it. Don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this is separate to everything else, but it's not. I built this specifically so that like that side, all those blocks over there exactly are in sync with this. Because it was that I did before I built any of this. This is all built off that over there. So that when we build this together, we build the epic building over all of this. It all perfectly fits together. Like a jigsaw. So, do we keep this? I think I will keep this because I do actually. I spent so much time making it. But we're gonna keep it. But do I? Like, I'm tempted to just recreate it. But if I was to recreate it, I'm gonna need 3 blocks because that's 1, 2, 3, and then it'll be in there. So if I was to build it here, out here, I would have to build it from 1, 2, 3, and then from here is where the gateway would go. Is that enough? Well, to be fair, yeah, I suppose that is actually alright. You want a bit of a walkway in front, I guess. Alright, let's do it here then. The gateway is going here. Trying to place this can be a bit tricky, especially considering some of this is actually going to go in the ground, but that should affect it, he says. It's going everywhere bar where I want it to go. I think that's in position. Oh, it's not the right height. I tell you what, I might need to take out this block here temporarily, just so I can place it. It's not right. Freaking roll again. Just demolish the one that's next to it because they're in the way. Saying it's outside the subfief area, that's because for some reason here it wants to go down, and when I was doing it before it wouldn't go down. It's like being a pain in the arse. When I want it to go down, it doesn't go down. When I don't want it to go down, it goes down. Apart from if I built it there. But that's not in the right position anyway. I think it's because of this. Yeah, it could be this. Even though the ground doesn't normally affect it, for some reason it is this time. Like being typically a pain in the butt. Let me just see if I can build something that just let me get to a slightly different position, because a lot of Dune, when you're building, it depends where you're standing as to what you could actually, how you can place stuff. So sometimes you have to just stand in a slightly different position than you can place it, but it's a bit weird that way. Bit annoying sometimes, but it snaps there or wants to snap there. Why will you not like snap in the in between area? I wonder if I build another one of these next to it. I also to get things in the right places. I think that fits now. Is that the right place? No, that's not the right place, because I want to put it. Why will you not snap in the right area? You'll go either side of this area, but you won't go in the one place I want you to go. Like, what is... There can't be anything there. See, that's the right area, isn't it? I think that's right. No, it's not right. I wouldn't mind, but it, like, you can put it here, like literally there. That's right next door to where I wanted to do it, but it won't put you. It won't let you do it right next door to it. You can put it either side, but not on the one square that I want it. Actually, is it this that's stopping it? It could be that, maybe. I've just noticed there's a block. There's a block intruding, and I think it actually might have been the reason why. Yeah, it is. Oh wait. Oh my god. It was hidden in the ground. I only just noticed it. But you can't place these here because these effectively this it's obviously solid, and a foundation block's supposed to be solid, so it won't allow you to do anything like that. So you kind of just have to build a hollow representation of like the floor and stuff like that, which is why you just put like a normal floor tile down, which under roofs, you know, because dudes like that. I've always thought that's a bit weird as well. Why roof tiles under like floor tiles, or vice versa? The only thing is, like, there's no walls that look the same as the side of a foundation block. Something like that in. Like, there is no nearest match. The other ones just look like they look the plainest, but then you'd have to put 4 of them in. I think it looks alright like that. It's part of the gateway anyway, so it doesn't matter too much to look any different. Does that door seem lower? It does seem lower, that door. I wonder if I had it half raised. Do you know what? I think I did. Push. I think I want to like put something like this in and force it on that because it will half raise it a little bit. It's just a bit too low. My likings. It does mean lining it with the roof's a bit weird, but I'd prefer that than have the entrance a bit too small height wise. Better. That will do. Thinking I'll move this further over here. No, move this because this is quite big, so it needs to be a nice area where it just naturally fits and it's out of the way. And this seemed like a good area. Probably put it closer if I finished building the wall. Or the floor, I should say. What? So you don't want to go any further back? It's in the way. There's a rock there. That's what's causing it. Straight. Yeah, it's definitely not straight. I was just making sure it, like, well, it was definitely not straight. I was just wondering whether or not it's because there was a rock as to why it just auto rotated itself. guessing there must be a rock or something. I'm trying to push it through or something. That's straight. Oh, it is straight, but it's just not like filling every gap. Maybe you should have kept it where it was. Yeah, it's like it doesn't want to go any further in than that. That's a bit annoying. But we'll have to deal with it. The only way I can do that, get away with changing this, is to lift the floor up higher. Which I guess I could do. I'm reluctant to do it because I actually quite like it how this all is. Apart from these rocks, like these rocks do ruin the floor. Am I holding on to something because I liked the way this design is? I won't be able to redo this because the spice refiner will definitely be too high if I put it up. If I was to rebuild it again on its elevate level that it's on now, it's just like literally that is the room. So above it is literally the same room as there, but it by the time you build on there and rebuild this, it will be too high. Dilemmas. What do I do? Should we build it or not? I think I don't have much choice, do I? Is it going to help with this though? Like, I don't think there's any rocks here, so probably not going to help. Do you know what? I'm just going to leave it for now. We'll build the rest of this, and we'll make that decision later on when we try and put everything else in. If we still have problems and these rocks become an issue, we'll have to just raise the floor. And I'll have to get rid of that design. I do really like that though, how that works. And what it gives you. But what it gives you, it also takes back with rocks. Being in the way. So we'll demolish this. Wow, the roof is actually holding it up. Holding these up at least. There's probably going to be a point where I can't put these into the wall, which they are at the moment. Find the right angle to let me put it in. There you go. Next one in. Probably won't let me put the next one in after that. Or it will. You could say it's a bit of a waste, but it's just helps keep the form together of the whole kind of build. They aren't going to align. That's going to be off by like half a block because of the half block that we've used to put it in. So there's the half block, but I should have to figure a way of like either just leaving it like it is, accepting it, or find a clever way of hiding it, merging it as such. The bigger question is how I now join this to this, because if I kept the original design, realistically speaking, I need to move all this out, and we'll be able to regain this space here by when we push all this out. But I need to recreate all this. And this is a complicated. This looks like not that hard to remake, but believe me, it took me ages to come up with this. Which is like why I'm hesitant whether I should make it again or not. It's gonna be tricky. I think first thing I need to put in is the stairs. These. To start with, at least. Because this will give me foundation to work off. This has got loads of hidden parts to it as well. It's going to make it really tricky once we get into like the nuts and crannies of it. That's not in the right position. Or is it? Well, actually, no, it is. Didn't seem like it was, but it actually is in the right position. Let's destroy this, demolish this, because this isn't supporting. And then this gives me a inner looking at the inside of this, because this is how I started with this little insidey part, which then has stairs that go all the way down in there. Probably want to make these first though. Actually no, these. Actually no, these. Means I need to can't destroy them because I need that, because that holds up that. At the moment it does. It won't later, but at the moment it will. Destroy the one next to it. whenever you look at a building, this kind of gives you new kind of more of a, I don't know, an insight into like just how complex buildings can look. Like they didn't look like anything fancy, but when you actually start to look at how it was actually built, they can like make your jaw drop sometimes, because like all of this that I've done, that makes it look really quite abnormally different than just like a standard. You can always tell, or at least as a builder myself, I can tell when I look at something and go, wow, that looks really nice. I wonder how they did that. I guarantee they do something like this, where they just like literally start mashing blocks to get blocks together. You just wouldn't generally just by default try and do. But each of these blocks serve a purpose. Now, if I wanted to, I could get rid of those stairs, because that's not being no longer supported by just this. It would actually be supported by the, well, I think it should be supported by the other stuff, but it might actually not be at the moment. So I need to put this corner in, or at least have one of this. Actually, I've got one of the sides on, so that's fine. I can put the top block on then, because the top block, like this is a corner, this is a key like stone. If you took that out, a lot of the whole stuff that's rested on it would fall apart, because it's like it holds a lot of the things together. So off this, I think I used some triangles. Yeah, 2 triangles, which I should take a copy of. About having to come over here. In that this block in next, and then that'll allow me to put the little fancy curvy things that I came up with. Don't know, can't remember exactly how I came across it. I was just trying to, I was messing around with some blocks and it's like realised I could put these blocks in, and then I realised that yeah, it left a nice gap, and you walk over and it does, you can't see a noticeable drop. So it's actually like, even though there's a hole there, it's just like, it's an almost unrecognisable hole. It's just literally, it's a nice aesthetic to look at without actually affecting functionality. So I really like the idea, and then putting one light down there brings light up, and which light shines off either side doors and stuff. I just thought it's a really nice way that all works. Fancy. I like fancy. I like uniqueness, and this is definitely unique. There's our holes. Then we put that light. I can just move that light. destroy it. I'm just gonna like, I was gonna take that light, but then I was like, just in case I don't base it right and then try and work out later where I actually went. I think is it orientated? Is it orientated like this? What did I orientate it like? I messed around quite a bit with like its orientation because it makes a difference how the light shines out of it. Mainly because the light shines out of the sides more than it does like where the heat part is. Oh, and it is that's the way I was originally going to put it, and I was like, actually, I think it might be not that way, but it is. So I need to just switch it round. Like that. I think I did it so it's like pretty aligned with the cornery parts. Gives the best effect. Yeah, I was looking like how the light was coming off it and how it affects and how it shines off all the walls and stuff, as well as how it looks through here, and that the orientation looks the nicest. Obviously very subjectively, but in my subjective opinion, it did. Okay, I think that is it, apart from putting the circles in. Oh, and I need to do the under part, which is very important. It's how it all started. Just stuff above it was just me messing around that I ended up falling in love with. That feels like it's not right. Yeah, that's not right. I'm missing a square block, aren't I? Come on-ish. Something I'm missing. So I've got that. Oh yeah, so I need that. And then build off that. So that should be... Oh, we need to make a square. Oh, the triangle that's off the... Okay. Like I said, this is very intricate. A lot of trialing and erroring of how it all fits together went on. Son. This is like a mirror effect. What's on one side is how the other side works. This being the other side. And there is a slight overlap with these circles, but it still allows it. And again, it nicely closes it in, but and you get like a very slight gap there, but again, it's all non-functional and it just adds to the niceties of it. So that's the above surface part of it almost done. Now we need to do the underside. Just fill in all the holes and stuff. Be easy to do down here and work out what I'm missing. I'm missing loads. We've got more than I thought. That is... I added that by mistake. That generally supposed to be there. I think that's by mistake. Because that's the lowest block. Does that fit in? Oh, actually, no, that is right, I think. That's... What is it? Oh, actually, no, it is wrong. That's not right. I don't think that is meant to be there. Hopefully it's not meant to be there. I think that is right, yeah, because that's got the gap, which is that gap. Yeah, that's right. There's a second part there. That's right. What I need to do is just build the remaining part of the floor. Well, remaining part of the, like that, I need to build here, although is it too low and it won't let me place it there? I think it needs to have 2 blocks together for it to go in. So I need to do that. I can't put another block below because our sub-thief for land claim effectively won't go any lower than where this is. So this is the lowest point I can build here. We are literally building on the very bottom edge. Can't get any closer to where we are than where we are. But it does mean I can't place one of these in between on the lower block because there needs to be 2 blocks together for it to work off. Think of it like mortar and cement. These things will only like fit between two things. If there's only one thing above, then effectively it's got nothing to kind of like work off. I'm thinking like that. Does that bring it out level here though? Or not? Probably not. Might need to use these all the way out. It'll get too high too fast, I think. I don't want to destroy this part, but I kind of need to destroy this part so that I can work out what I need to do. thinking I would need like a deeper one like that. I'll leave a gap there, but I'm not worried about the gaps. The gaps add character. The only thing I'll change is the type of block it is. At the moment, that's stairs. I'd want something that's like smooth on the other side for it to look alright. Yeah, something like that. We'll have stairs that are underneath that, so I don't know why that has a gap there. It'll be filled later. And this part will be like completely well, won't be hollowed, but there'll be flooring up there. I'm thinking of like changing this. Didn't realise that was supported by the other stuff. Alright. Never mind. What I'm thinking is I need this to be going that way. I want it to go up. And then on the final one, have the steeper one. I need to destroy this, but that's fine because I've got this exactly made now, so that's not an issue. So that's what we need to do. So then we need to now work out how to join this to this. At the moment, how this all works is this all goes into the rock, so it finishes off really nice because of how it all is. It just kind of like all merges into that very nicely. But now that we don't have a rock to hide it all, and one of the reasons why how it's designed is to do that, I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work so well now, because we'll have a gap. But we can work that in using one of these. The edge. Yeah, there's like needs to be something on this side for that to work. So if I do something like that. I wouldn't want to keep it like that, but actually I know. Demolish, this. That roof. Or floor. Whatever. Doesn't really matter what it is. Just like something like that. That'll give the stability it needs for the next this to work. So then it'll snap to this. Allow us to turn that around like that. Oh, actually no. Oh, I know what I need to do. Demolish that. Demolish that. Build a wall. R4. Then do what I just did. Not really helping though. Any helping, is it? Is it because I do want to keep it, like, I want gaps, purpose-built gaps, because it's, with the lighting there as well, it should give some nice lighting effect out when you see the gaps from certain angles. That's what gives it like this fancy edge, makes it non-normal. Wasting the need of it. How to join it? It does need something to attach from that side. I'm wondering actually, because last time, the reason why I used the other block was because obviously the rock was in the way, so I had to use a smaller one, but I'm wondering this time I probably need to use the larger one for this corner rather than the smaller one. That'll solve my issue. How's that look from below though? Yeah, that looks nice. So we've got a pattern. So you see this pattern? This is the pattern that I'm trying to still keep. Because there's a certain pattern in this I actually really liked. I loved how this weavy pattern worked. So I want to try and retain that weavy pattern. So we've got like that weave. You can see the light shining through there. Effectively you want to keep that for this part as well, which is there. That above that. Not snapping. At least from trying to place it where I am right this very second, but I don't think that's going to snap in. think something's holding it in place, which does not exist quite yet. Yeah, because I need it to kind of angle here, and there's nothing there for it to snap to, so I need to extend this over, I think. I think the rest of it you just flat like this and just repeat these blocks over. I just need to work out how to do this final part. And I think we might be golden once I get that block there in. Which should fit in here now. Yeah. And it should give us a gap there which light shines through. And there's a light, well, you won't see that because that's just going to be blocked off. Well, it would have been blocked off because this would be a foundation unit, but this is non-foundational, so I could theoretically put another light in here if I wanted to. If I wanted extra light, but I think I might just leave it. I could always put a wall here and maybe light might still shine off that and come back out and reflect a little bit. I wouldn't be bothered if it didn't. Like, we could have a quick gander and see whether that theory work plays off or not. Plays out. We'll put the inner side because the inner side's got silver on it, so it's more likely to reflect. Build it up and then I just realised actually no, that's I'm now building into like where there is going to be stuff. Need them. Floor panels. Now in the base. Need that corner. We'll leave that open for now, but I think that's all sorted now. And assuming that this is all done, which I suspect it is, I think this is an exact repeat of the other side, apart from the fact obviously this part's very slightly different at the bottom. That's just because of the rocks being different, but that gives us the nice corner edge finish, which I think that looks pretty cool. Like, to be fair, there isn't that added reflection through there. It is dark. I don't think there's anything we can do about that unless we put a light in there, but like, I'm not too fussed. But yeah, that's awesome. That's exactly what we were looking for. Like, we could change those stairs, but I actually quite like, normally I'd like the flat finish, but I do actually quite like the difference that adds. And I don't want to take any of these things away because I'm not 100% sure what's supporting what at the moment. I could take that out and it literally just half falls apart. Yeah, I think I'll keep it as it is. It's like, it's part of what I originally concepted the design. once it's closed in as well, it'll look. It's just because you can kind of see through it a bit as well. It'll be a bit different when it's fully closed in. Let's fully close it in. I'll just make it look. Should make it look that little bit more different. Yeah. So once you take that out, it's like the slight gap that made it look a bit weird with the stairs there. Now it doesn't look so weird. Yeah, I like that. That is a nice funky design recreated again. Oh, that looks weird. Why is that like that? Okay, we're not quite finished. I haven't finished that part. Oh, actually, is this the right place? No, it's not, is it? It's like it should be moved over one. Is that right? Yeah, it should be moved over one. Oops. Placed it in the wrong position. Oh, never mind. We'll have to move it all. Hey. Oh. Totally forgot about water. I didn't hear any. I can't hear the warnings because I've got the volume down so low. I'm not hearing the very low level warnings that you'd normally hear when the level of the volume's higher. You'd be able to take that out. Yeah. Oh, we'll be able to swap that though. Oh, balls. I think this should all be supported. Yeah. Took a bit of a gamble there. I was like, I think it should be supported, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, let's half wall. Actually works out quite nice actually. It's just enough space that you can come in here with your buggy, turn around as you come around and go in there. Hopefully. Now, Let's destroy all this. Work out which blocks are actually the ones that I should have been most scared of. Yeah, I thought actually more would have fallen apart, but there is a chance that this is also being held up now by the roof. Dropping stuff on the floor. Go and drop some of this in here. Drop any. I noticed before that I had when I was destroying stuff that I'd actually dropped some stuff, but where is the things that I was dropping? Where are they? Can't see any of the bags anywhere, as I call them. They're not actually bags, but they're equivalent of a bag. Can't see any anywhere. Unless they drop them in the hollow areas. Possible. Let's destroy these, find out. There. 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 Oh, there. I'm assuming then I didn't. Must have been in that other one that we picked up already. Whatever it is, it's not much. It'll be like some granite or a couple of plastonian. It's not anything serious. I might make something a little bit more funkier for this part. What do we? Let's demolish it, I guess. Flat there though. Oh yeah, just put these up, can't we? Because it's just continuation rather than complicate it. We got our fancy bit at the end. Annoying how it snaps together sometimes. And these go every other one, so that's 1, So this will be the second one in there, and then in there. I'll keep it like that, definitely, but for now it'll suffice until I work out how to finish that corner off properly. Actually, what did I trying to remember how I did it now, because I actually did have some do I have them on me? I know what I've dropped now. Yes, they are in here already, but I think I know what I've dropped. Yeah, we are missing some stuff. Where is it? Where is it being dropped? Did that time. We missed the some components for some penta shields that I had up there, which are not here, and I can't see any of the bags floating around, which does happen. If you destroy something and destroy the surface it was put on, what those bags just stay in stasis in wherever they were. But I can't see anything like that anywhere around, so I don't know exactly where they are, but there is something here, and it'll still be here because it takes about half an hour for it to despawn, and it's not been half an hour, so don't know where they are, but somewhere they are around. Just have to leave it. got loads of space now though, and that's just the reason why I was debating with it, because I was like, I just can't not do this and not move it because of the amount of space we've just got out of like moving it, which didn't seem like a huge amount, but it's just the fact that the gate was here, but all the stairs and stuff was taking up just a huge amount of this corner, which we get back by moving it. And it just makes sense. Now, this corner. Why does this not look right? Oh, have I moved it wrong? I moved it. It was right where it was. Well, it can't be though, because the thing has to go. Or does it? Have I put that on the wrong place? That's why. That's square. Yeah, that is in the right place. And that should be aligned with this. Or did I have it so that it goes... Probably didn't I? Demolish. We did say 3, so it would have originally been here. The thing is, I don't want a square there. A square like filler wedge. And that's why I'm debating now whether I should move it or shouldn't move it. Because if I keep it there, I'm going to have to put a wedge or something in it. So annoying. I'll have to move it again.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Oh, put that the wrong way around. That's why we're inside. Oh, we were. Oh, it's 2 minutes away. It's coming from the other direction. We're fine. By the time it comes, we'll go under there.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Let's get some water. We'll go and get the water while we get some shelter. don't have to worry about any of this either. It's well, the shield's up, even though we can't stand there. All that stuff is protected by the shield that's currently up on the base. So even though it's outside, technically, because there's no roof on it at the moment, it's protected. The storm gone past. Why tell if there's a storm and it doesn't? It's literally, we're literally on the edge of it. Wow, why even tell me?
Sector weather alert. A large
Oh, because it literally must be just on. Like if you're here, you're in it, but if you're out here, you're not. We're literally on the edge of where the storm is. It's not there, but it is there. Annoying storms. Oh, I wonder if I've got a floor in the way, which is stopping the building. I'm thinking, why is it not going down? We'll do this again. That's it. Destroy this. Why put that in the way, please? No, I have put that in the way, please, haven't I? What? That's not right. Why have I moved it? I've moved it over too many times. There should be like 3 tiles. Where are we now? 1, 2, 3. So it should be here. And I've somehow moved it like 1 tile too many away. I was right to start with. Why did I? So I've moved it for no reason. God. Literally moved it from where it should have been. Oh my god. I've rebuilt this now 3 times. Yeah, I'm not moving it again after this. That's it. Don't want to move that just yet. Let's move this over 1. That will have to be hollow. Will it? No, that's not hollow. Why is that hollow? I wonder if that's because I moved it from there, wasn't it? Got too many hollows. Why is that? Oh. Okay, it is. And that. That's solid. No, she's about to put it back here. Yeah, so it has been moved. It's just that I've moved it back one too many when I've gone to place it back. I thought it wasn't going bad. I was like, why are the stairs in the wrong place? Oh my god, I've moved it far too far back. And then I was like, but I'm sure I didn't actually move it like 2 squares across, but I obviously had. Not sure exactly how I managed to do that and not notice. Okay. We'll destroy this now. Explains why this was hollow. That can remain hollow. That can go through. Okay, so that's all right now. So that's got 3 this side, which is how it should have been. Because I had to account for like that when I was moving it all across one. The furthest part from here to the end of the thing was 3 tiles. So you've got the 3 tiles, the door, as it was supposed to be. How I filled in this gap before, I think. You know what, I think it was just the large wedge. Not the large wedge, the special incline. This. Pretty sure it's just that. But not that high. Lower than that, but so that just covers that part correctly. I think I never did account for this gap there, or did I actually? No, I did, because I don't have stairs or something there that covered it. That blocked it. It did something funky. I'll tell you what I could do, is I could just use something like that. And that just kind of doesn't block anyone from getting through it. Like I thought it might do, but alright. Backfire. Tell you what I could do though. I could do an upside down, small. Demolish that. Because I do want to keep it like still quite funky and not just a wedge. But what I could do, or like a normal wedge at least, I could do an upside down wedge, but not one that covers the whole lot. Just enough to leave a gap there still. And get it to do that. Well, that's the inner. I want the outer. Well, actually, that's alright. Because the other side's dark anyway, so it should match in. Yeah, that looks quite cool. And no one can get through that. It's kind of like a peaky hole, but just a peaky hole. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. That'll do. Finishes that corner off nicely. Now, what's this doing? It's a random thing that's just here. Is it functional or? Can I get rid of it? I think I can get rid of it. Let me just check the other side. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Should be alright. Collapses. Whole building comes down. I think I'll just leave that as it is. I could put another one of these in. Should do really. To keep the pattern going. For the sake of the pattern, I won't put it in. It looks a bit odd to have a space where it would go and not put it. And it doesn't ruin the outside design either. Actually, it looks quite nice. Yeah, it goes in with the rest of the design on that. I'm happy. There's something there that's not been built. That's supposed to be there. I'll need to open up the floor and find out what the hell I've put there and haven't filled in. I can't see from here. That needed. No, I actually don't think that's supposed to be there. Pretty sure I meant to keep it like that. So it will go like that. Just finish the roof off. Remove all this. We'll have to change this. Actually, no, that does all fit together. I had a feeling then, for some reason, that I'd finish that a bit earlier, but yeah, I think that's why I'm getting how I got all confused before, was because things weren't aligning. Things I was expecting just to align, but not aligning. And I was like, why is that not aligning? Why? How did I have this before? It's not making sense. It should be straightforward, just moving things 3 tiles across to extend it. But because that design was so intricate in that corner, it's just... Luckily I had actually placed that in the right place, because if I'd placed that in the wrong place, this could have turned into a right disaster. is going on? Now I need to work out how I'm joining all the front end together on the top. The manufacturing floor is pretty much finished. How we deal with this part still open for debate. To be fair, like that is like half, but there is no like half roof tiles that just go at a weirdy type of angle. At least not Harkonnen. Ideally, I don't want to keep it Harkonnen. I don't think there are any other races though that have just a half wedgy thing. There's nothing that deals with, like, the only thing that has halves is literally half wall. And because we used a half wall below, we'd need to use really a half wall here, which we can do. Like, we can hang off the ceiling. A half wall. The wrong way around. I want the outside. Like that. And then just move tile this. Well, I think I'd use one of those corner things though. Just to give it clean kind of side on this. Like that. And then do the same on the other side. Oh, actually, oh no. Yeah, this corner is in the wrong place. We need to move over one. I think. Yeah, we do. We need to move over one. And then put a corner there. Up there. It's mainly for this top part why I want it like this. Just so that this design here works. Actually, that's pretty cool. And then one of these. Yeah. Like that. Like there's a small hole there, but yeah. Oh, but probably actually get rid of. Actually, no, we do need to keep that probably. There's no. For walls, there's no like kind of archy things for walls. We could use like these. I suppose I could use them. Demolish. Because on the inside it'll look weird having like, I do actually in my current building upstairs up there, I've used this type of thing, but it gets really complicated how you kind of have something like this but you don't then fill in the inside. But maybe wedgies could do it. Ideally it'd be nice if you had something that had a bit of a curve in it, but they're flat. And there's no option, like not even any of the other races have anything that's like curvy for these. That's the wrong way round. think I've just solved my own problem that I've previously stumbled across. Yeah, so that works. That goes then down to the bottom. On the inside, that should not be filled in. Come on down here. Apart from obviously that. Get rid of that. Demolish that. Obviously there's a triangle there, but other than the triangle looks far better than a thing going right across it. And then we just fill this in. And I just need to account for the other side. Which I could do something similar maybe. Well actually no, because there's no like thing coming out, is there? Oh actually no, I can just repeat that pattern on that side. Oh, I love it when a plan starts going together. This is the fun of building. Working it out. A challenge. Insufficient stability. Ugh. Really? Because there's nothing below. Can't change that either. That was a foundation block that I could place here. That wouldn't be an issue, but because I can't place a foundation block there, and there I can't see anything, so I can't build into where you can't have even the slightest gap. So if I could build a block there, which I can't, but if I could. Is that do I start? Is that if that was actually a solid one or not? Sometimes with the exact same blocks, even if you can't see it, you can build into normally walls, but I'm hoping, come on, floor, snap, give me some building thing, but it's not. Okay. Well, it doesn't look as fancy. I don't really have much choice. Gotta put something there. And then we just put that. The other side. Yeah, that side looks boring as hell. But the other side looks nice. It'd be nice to have done that on that side. Would have been really nice, because then it symmetrically would have looked the same as well. Now it just obviously looks how it looks. More Harkonnen darky colours on the outside. Okay, we are 1 o'clock in the morning, so UK time obviously. So I'm probably going to cut the stream now because I actually have some work I need to do. Yes, at 1 o'clock in the morning. My job demands me to work at 1 o'clock in the morning. No, it's not. I've got to do a software release, which is why I was going to stay up to 1 o'clock anyway, which is why I thought I'd do a late stream. So I need to go off and do that release for this software that I need to release overnight because it's a manual release. So I'm going to cut the stream off now. Thank you very much for joining us today. Do catch us again on Tuesday for the scheduled stream, where we'll be picking up this build and continuing the design. We are obviously building a hugely epic build, and what gives away exactly what we're doing is that there. What we're building now is exactly aligned with all of this. So what we'll be doing at some point is building it right across. Our building will be all the way across this. It'll be as high as that is now, actually probably be a little bit higher. The very, very top floor, I'm still debating exactly what I'm going to do, whether I have one huge, massive hangar on the very, very top, or whether I break it up and do different levels. I'm still trying to come up with really maybe what will look visually really stunning, but tons of different ideas at the moment. Open to ideas as well. So if you're a builder yourself, do you play Dune, then do let me know, and I'm more than happy to take any concepts other people have. If you have any working examples, Excel, be awesome to see what you've done, how you've put it together and stuff like that. See how I might be able to incorporate it into this. But this is literally going to be, like, as you can tell, one epic build. It's literally spanning the whole of this area across what would normally be filled with, well, used to be filled with loads of players. I've now got load of land claims which have extended it right out, which allow me to take me over completely over to the other side. Other players can still get through as well, by the way, so I'm not blocking this in any way. Not that it really matters because there's no players around, but they can still be able to go underneath this base. But yeah, this is literally going to build what I hope to be the largest Harkonnen base that is non-NPC'd. So this is a epic build. This is just like one of the many different things that are going to be in here, and yeah, going to be hopefully one of the most epic builds you'll ever see in Dune Awakening. Thanks very much for joining us today, and have a lovely rest of the weekend if you're still in America, and enjoying the rest of your weekend. But for me, that's it tonight. Thank you very much, and good night.